Starting out with painting, specifically digital painting, you're likely to feel overwhelmed. In this short video, I'm going to talk about the learning curve associated with this beginning tough process. If you've been driving a car for a while, you probably don't think much about it. You might just focus on wherever it is you're going. Well, think back to when you were first learning to drive. You were probably overwhelmed with stuff to remember. Which pedal is the brake? Where are the turn signals? How fast am I going? Etc. After a few months of driving, or maybe a year, you had a lot less to think about. All of the mechanical things became second nature, and you could just focus on a couple things: safety and your destination. Well, if I were to draw a graph of this, here's what it would look like. The y-axis is going to be the amount of stuff that you have to worry about, and then the x-axis is driving experience. So you start out with a lot of stuff to worry about, and then over time, there's a huge fall off. And then from there on, you really just worry about a few things. Now, you're not going on autopilot, but you're still not just overwhelmed by a checklist of things to go through. Well, here I've changed the graph a little bit, and now instead of driving experience, it's drawing and painting experience. So the foundation bits you need here, those mechanical things, are perspective, composition, anatomy, basic rendering, color theory, etc. You have to do these things. But to add to it, you want to work digitally. So really, your chart might look a little bit more like this. Because in addition, you've got everything that Photoshop brings to the table, which is a whole nother set of buttons and commands to remember. But don't worry. Just like driving, these foundational pieces will fade away into the background. As you progress, you'll just focus on things like, what's the story I'm trying to tell? Or what am I trying to design? But I have to warn you, you will be tempted to skip ahead. For instance, if you didn't feel comfortable drawing with a pencil and you jumped straight into Photoshop, you might have already done this actually, your stylus is not going to fix the problem. You're going to feel doubly uncomfortable using a stylus because each has their own learning curve. So to go back to the driving metaphor, it's like trying to jump onto the freeway before you figured out how to use your turn signals. So you have to take it slow. You have to work on the basics first. So stay strong because you're going to make it through the hard part. It may be a steep learning curve, but once you have a grasp of these fundamental pieces, perspective, composition, anatomy, etc., you get to focus on the really fun stuff, and then you'll get the results that you want. If you try and focus on the fun stuff too soon, you'll never make any progress. So if there's some foundation skills that you're avoiding, let's hear about it in the comments. Maybe we can think of some fun ways to address those challenges as a community. And as always, thanks for watching.